I'm Kelly.
And we are on a road trip. Where are we headed?
Stitchcon!
So, we've been driving almost 3 hours. I have travel head, which feels like bed head to me right now. What about you?
My knee's a little propped up. I had my shoes off for like 3 seconds. No, like 5 minutes. And then the air's, she told me to put them back on.
So we're heading west into the setting sun, so that has been really exciting the whole way. But my husband was headed east to head back to our home, and he ran into sorry, that's Siri. He ran into rain, and there was torrents of rain and flooding, so we're thankful for the sun instead of rain. I'll just say that. We had some disappointing, well, kind of disappointing. I was like, we're 100 and some miles from Columbus, and I was like, but why does it say 3 hours?
This is funny because I was checking the details on the GPS and stuff, and she kept saying Columbus.
Why are we not?
And we're on the phone with Dad.
Not changing?
And then I said, we're going to Cincinnati, you know.
Yeah. Then I said to my husband, do you know that we're headed to Cincinnati and not Columbus? He goes, yeah. Okay, so who knows where my brain is. But, so it's 8 p.m., it's still nice and sunny, and we're hoping to stop for some dinner soon. And we should be arriving at our hotel right before 11 p.m.
Right. You can see our little snack bag right there.
Right over my shoulder.
It's a little messy because we were digging. Decided to open up some graham crackers.
No, vanilla.
Oh, they are they're goldfish grahams. Yeah, you can see it. Vanilla cupcake. That's why I was like, wait a second. That was a goldfish. Yeah.
So they taste like Teddy Grahams.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. All right, so next stop,
We'll be eating
and then
after break.
at our hotel.
Oh.
So the next time we see them,
Okay,
we will
yeah.
be at
Stitchcon! Actually, hotel, but
although we might, I don't know.
I've been taking plenty of pictures, so.
But we gotta record. We have to upload this before Stitchcon
Oh, okay.
because we have to put out our regular Thursday video.
Right. Okay. So we're only like 2 minutes in.
So this will be a crazy little opening to our video tomorrow.
Hopefully you can hear us because the road sounds. I don't know if we're shouting in your ear or you can't hear us all.
Yeah, we'll find out, I guess.
Turn up your volume or turn it down.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
We're here. So we had a really good night's sleep. I worked so hard on my smalls exchange, and we finished it this morning. I do have back stitching, but the exchange is tomorrow. I'm not sure when we're going to get this video uploaded, so we're going to get some excerpts from today and maybe put a sneak peek. It's not like you know the concept of time.
Yeah.
It's still going to publish at once.
Okay.
But Colin's going to show off her smalls.
Aw. Okay.
Well, yours is
Well,
done and beautiful.
well, I guess I can show what it's going in afterwards, like another time. I have actually fully finished something. Like, so I designed this myself. I'm gonna have to hold it up. So I call this Trouble My Heart. I have on the back, that was a sticker. I went and got some stickers for my Agenda 52, not Having Fun. So if you can't see what it says Stitchcon 2021, and then Greystone Stitchers with a dash, and then my name. Yeah, and the name of the project. But there's a ribbon up there so it can hang. Oh, it's done.
Grammy helped you.
Yeah, and I used my silks. Like, I don't feel like I've ever shown this old costume, so maybe I have. I don't know.
So mine is a Calico Kitten by Priscilla Hillman. I'm so sorry. That is our air conditioning. We probably should have turned that off. And I took out the one cat. I don't have the cover. It's in the car. But cat is completely done. I just have to do back stitching. And then it is done. So that will get done today. I am extremely happy about that. We have about 20 minutes till we want to pull out. So anything else? I did work on Mulan a little bit, but I don't have it to show.
Just a little bit more about this, because I don't know if I told you. I told everyone on Facebook, because that's what we're doing. This was a tattoo that I used Stitch Fiddle did that. And these hearts are completely did by myself. And there's my initials. So whoever gets this, I hope they don't think it's like Kess or something because it's my initials.
I'm gonna use that green. I forgot to put my initials in.
Okay.
When I backstitch.
Yeah, but yes, my grandmother beautifully finished this.
Yeah. That was a very last minute thing. Nothing was working. No square frames anywhere that we could go shop. And just all of a sudden I went, it's too bad I sent those extra hoops home with Alan. And then my mom's like, I have some hoops. And she went up to the attic and came down with a bag.
So we were going to do some lace, but again, some people might not like lace and it's old fashioned.
We don't.
So we left it out. It's more.
My husband and her were, I'm sorry, my husband and Colleen were at Walmart looking at lace, and then finally I'm like, just come home. Just come home. Grab ribbon, come
because
home.
Because that was the second time we were already in there.
Yeah, it was crazy. But anything else before we pack up?
I hope we see somebody.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some of you.
We'll see some of you, but there's one person.
Go ahead.
She's coming at around noon or something.
Yeah, we can't wait to see you yet. But we think at breakfast we might have seen you.
Yeah, I think we saw Heather from Wicca's My Homeboy.
Yeah, we're not sure.
Maybe.
We're going to find out today.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you tonight. Bye. Whoa. So.
So tired. So many stories to tell.
And we only started at 12. Tomorrow we're supposed to start at 8 a.m. Okay, not start. That's when the room opens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we're doing.
So what's our first story? We got there, took everything.
Well, let me tell why.
Okay.
I'm going to tell this because it was all on me. So we walked in because we got there at like 11:05, 11:10, and it didn't open till 12. So we walked into the convention center and we found the stitching area. We looked down the next floor and we're like, oh, there's not a whole lot of people here, and there's people sitting on the steps. They were nice wide steps. We're like, we can carry everything. We just set it on the steps and then we just have to carry it in the room. So we sat there until about 12. And some people started moving. So we're like, yeah, and we started stitching, by the way, for about 15 minutes.
But again, let's say we have 4 bags each.
Yeah, lots of stuff. I should have taken a picture, like a good picture.
Or somebody should have taken it for us.
Yeah. So, you know, and even Steph came up and was like, hi people on the steps, you know, so she didn't say nothing, anything. And we go to get down in line and we notice there's a hall and we're like, okay, we'll start back. We're like, how far back
they were telling somebody else about the back of the line and we're like, wait, here you are, we gotta go outside and come back through this door.
That's what they told us.
Behind those people?
Yeah, so we were there. We just didn't know there was a real line. We thought this was the line.
Because when I'm seeing from this, I saw like 4 groups of ladies, 4 groups. They were just everywhere,
they were
standing
just everywhere in that little. Because actually, that's not where you enter. It was down another set of stairs.
Right.
So we go out this door. We go in the door you're supposed to go into, and somebody struggling to get her. Not really struggling, just got her push bag into the door and the door was closing, was Colleen and her, they both shrieked at the same time.
I was just like, get it!
So our heavy bags turned into, whoa! And it was so much fun because we stood in line with Janet Jowler the whole time and got to chat with her. But we were also chatting with the people behind us. A gentleman and his wife were there. He drove in with her from Long Island, New York. So it was an 11-hour drive. And I actually have what we were given, 2021 Stitchy passport, and it's got all of the, they're not in here. She's not a foster tuber.
No, she's not, but we're, the whole, there's the one person that you want to encourage them to.
So,
they put free patterns in here.
There are free patterns in here. But it was so much fun talking to them, and he's like, the Boy Scout in me needs to carry your bags, ladies. Like, I need to help you all. His wife had a bag and a half. Like, she's like, this is not my first retreat. Is this your guys' first time? Is it that obvious?
I mean, because during this, when we were fast forwarding, but not really telling you too much. We could see like who all has been to a retreat before and all that. So I guess being with a bunch of bags, they were like, oh, they weren't prepared.
But
or
the thing is, I knew what I wanted to do.
I know. I mean, seriously, I've been in every single thing I want. So
the biggest bag had my Lowry with, and he took that bag for coming, which was so nice.
and it straight up has
But my
5
lamp-
pounds in it.
Oh yeah, I
The
have
weight.
5 pound weight. But my lamp is, my Omega daylight lamp is extremely heavy, but I used it the entire day.
I know.
And people
So-
came over and checked it out and like, hey, this is exactly what I want. So, you know, they got to see it in action. I helped some people. Yes, it's well lit, but not for somebody with eyes like mine.
I was perfectly
She was fine. I'm not. I
And
wasn't.
trust me, like, because I was sitting down, it was like eye level. I could see like little lamps up here. Like, a lot of people would bring their lamps. So.
Yeah, they had little travel lamps, but I needed my magnifier.
But did we
lamp.
talk about we wanted to try to find, because like one thing is we want to be early so we could find outlets, but every table
Yeah,
has
they
a power
taped down
outlet.
and they had power strips. So
Power
I
strips, yeah.
put my power strip into it so that the other half of the table could reach it easily.
Yeah,
so that was
so-
nice.
I mean, getting it later didn't really matter.
It did not matter.
And who we're sitting with is great.
Yes. So we'll tell you a little bit about them in just a moment.
Okay.
But we followed Jonah Jabber up to our welcome. We got our Stitchy passport. We got our Stitchy name tags. Mine's in my purse.
Yeah, I'll be mine.
Also in our bag, which was with me and it disappeared. Oh, honey, I just knocked it off. Nope, it's a pen. We had a pen. They actually gave us a mask. Oh, do you want to pull out? This is our welcome bag, by the way.
Oh,
And inside of
Awesome.
the welcome bag, because
There's
inside of
books.
this
so you know
wasn't.
So we
We're
had like
dumb.
our name tags, but this is hilarious. While we're carrying all of our bags, they're like, "Here, take this, take this. Oh, you gotta get yours." Spare our shush, I'm spoiling, but I'm like, we have full hands already.
So they gave us this in that envelope, and we're like, okay. I saw people
Right.
with these, and I'm like,
Yeah, they gave
don't
just
know where
the
they got them.
card.
So we're like, we'll just use tape and like
Oh.
roll it and put it on us.
Here's my thingy.
Yeah. And here inside of that bag was a nice little tag. So that was really nice.
You get a Stitchcon pen. I love my pens, and I'm glad that I found different places to put them and use them.
And when we were done filming, we were FaceTiming my husband to show him all these goodies.
Alright.
So that was, oh, I didn't,
Okay.
I don't know my nose.
Like, how do you customize your stuff? Where's yours is in the bag.
Okay.
I knew exactly what it was in the beginning, but here's a little poem for it. It's called A Work of Art, a poem for stitchers. As you stitch the hours away and snip the odds and ends that fray, drop them in here for a colorful array, and I'll brighten the tree for your holiday. So adorable.
So
You
we
guessed
already
what it
know
is.
what we're using this year.
Yeah,
For our
like
arts.
I mean, that's like exactly what we used to make
Yeah.
ours. It's not. I mean, ours were. I always say bigger, but maybe the same exact shape. Oh,
And I thought ours
look.
were a little too big anyway.
I'm like, I really don't know the state outlines or by themselves, but that's Ohio, and that's would be the Cincinnati.
We are sitting with Sarah, the forking stitcher.
Everyone loved her name.
Yeah. And she only has 20 subscribers. She'll have a few more after this weekend. But go encourage her. She is such a sweet person.
She's
She
a sweet
drives
person.
forklifts, which is where her name came from.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And because I gotta know. So she was so neat. But she actually pulled out her thing and started putting her orts in.
She was like,
I
"I'll
was
use it."
awesome. That's so
Wait,
cool.
she just finished there, and she didn't go up and ring the
She
bell.
didn't ring the bell, but that's okay.
It was like a phoenix, and it's like it wasn't a printed fabric, but it was a dyed fabric that looked like it was
It's blue and white.
flying in the sky.
It's so pretty.
Oh, gorgeous! I
So
have
we
to
got to
picture
see
it.
finish.
If she has a stuff. Well, she left it there. I think.
Yeah, I think she
Mhm.
did. And then, we got to our table, and then we're also sitting. So she walked in. She said she was a few people behind us because she saw us. But she's like standing there, kind of like, where should I sit? And I'm like, come over here. We have nobody. So she sat with us. And then the gentleman who helped us to our table he was carrying another of our bags because he's like, I need to help you more. And he's like, my wife was wondering if she could sit with you. I'm like, of course. And then another woman joined us a little after dinner, around dinner time. Shelly from Steno Stitches. Oh my goodness, she's so nice. And she's another new floss tuber.
Yep.
So that's our table. I don't know that we could have gotten a better table.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, we would have loved to sit with Fiona Jabber, but
she's with someone else. Not
yeah,
so
she's with her other
but,
friends.
So what was it that we went over to her to say something?
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember what it was. I mean, you know, but then she was like, "Hey, since you're here."
Oh yeah, I got to help her out a little bit with her Zoto, and then we turn around, and the table next to us was Sheila and EJ from Sunrise Syndrome. So we were talking to EJ almost all day. Like we were at the freebie table, so maybe we're fangirling a bit.
What? She likes my fans.
She loves her fans, and she goes, "What book did that come from?" And she goes, "I think I have that at
So
home."
wait, was that her saying that because Heather said she had that?
No,
She did have it.
Yeah, Sheila, EJ, because she said that is on her new start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said she'll. I said, "Aren't you doing no new start?" She's like, "Yeah, here." And then when everybody else deserted her, Sheila was talking to our table.
Yep.
And Gary and Ronnie came, so we were over there talking, and we got to tell them the story of how I said, "This is Colleen, the person that you." I know, but this is the person that you all made this winter Quaker bag for, especially. And you know, Ronnie was being really nice and just listening, and then Gary, it's like recognition. He went, "Wait, did I say Gary? Ronnie, I have them mixed up. Gary's the one who was messaging me. He's the one from Sunrise. Ronnie is the one who actually makes the bags, but it was like a light went on, and he went, "Oh, I remember that bag. I had to find that fabric." I'm like, "Yes, this is her." So then we got to visit a while, so that was really neat.
So you showed your summer Quakers. You said he's not that far in it.
And he might do the alphabet because he saw how delicate it is with one strand.
So it was like, as I'm holding my bag, he kind of flips over the tag and goes, "You got it right on it."
But then
Ronnie says that is it
90%.
90% of the people that do.
But Gary pulled his bag out and showed us he didn't write on his either.
Right.
So,
yeah.
He's been
told
told
with the labels that they said they could take.
I think that's probably why she started using them.
Yep.
So anyway, that's enough of us. Oh, we got to meet Heather Lincoln's my homeboy.
Oh,
okay,
we chatted.
We're done name dropping. Yeah, we got to talk to her for like 45 minutes. And, yeah, so
time flew by. There were no windows, so that
if you ever get a chance to go to Stitchcon,
it's like,
even the first day of just meeting people.
Their speech and all that.
Fun.
They said, "I hope it's worth your while," and that like you leave like feeling like this was the greatest thing you. I don't know. But seriously, right, first day, and I'm like, wow. But somebody else, they announced it like, one lady there. She said that Stitchcon was on her bucket list.
Yeah, that's
so.
What did I stitch?
I don't have any to show because I wasn't there.
I finished. I did cut out a little bit of the ruffle, but that's okay. I'm really happy with how it looked.
So only our floss tube friends will know.
Yeah, only our floss tube friends know. I did not take out the color that I did wrong, which you would not know. But I did take out the brown I had here because, I found out that it went to the other cat. So I took that out. I am so pleased with this finish. Hopefully you guys like it. So I'm going to frame this up in a few minutes when we FaceTime my husband. And, I still have to initial it. Colleen, I need your color. So I do need to initial it yet. Gary and Ronnie were handing out some little...
He was so funny. He was,
Ronnie stopped by.
Oh, the whole bag? Oh.
I had the bag.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Okay, so you show what was in it.
Well, I only pulled one thing. So this is my first one.
I had got one free with a purchase.
Right. So this is my first binder from them.
And they are big on green, like big. That's like their.
Yeah.
It's their logo and like everything they do. They love green. So green bag, green keychains that you can use as floss drops. I didn't realize they actually had it tied. So this lime green is the shirts that they got, and I knew that, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. That is actually really cool. I would never have thought to use keychains as floss drops. I think that's going to start being my souvenir from places that we visit.
Yeah.
Gary's probably not going to watch this, but good idea.
You just not enabled,
Created a monster.
inspired her.
Yes.
My feet are starting to smell.
I didn't smell them, thank goodness.
So this is from the lady that we were it's sitting with. We were sitting with. So it says, New York. It's the Big Apple.
Big Apple.
So if you can see
From Long Island.
like-
We're dropping everything off our bed.
don't let it
This
laugh.
is makeshift. Sunshine Stitchers. I saw EJ carrying in 2 big, huge, bigger than gallon-sized bags. I'm like, somebody thought we brought a lot of stuff.
Oh, it's so cool.
She was going around handing these out, her and Shelia.
Oh,
So that was neat.
So I would be super prepared if I were to come again. And
oh yeah, we'd have prizes. We had candy, which is okay.
I mean, some people.
We
don't.
are going to take our basket of candy around though and
Yes.
meet people tomorrow.
That's
so
an icebreaker.
Yeah.
People are geniuses.
And nobody had wanted my bee project.
Oh, that was hilarious. But just real quick. I mean, I should just show this on regular, but just a question. Do you think this is pretty?
Colleen made that.
I did make this. Some of them had their little chains on it, but some I actually had to use the wire, and it looks a little bit better. So sorry, Sam. I feel really bad that I found a new way to do it. But
And the one she made me is packed
I used
to go.
But
To go to our lead night.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but like, I'm so proud of this, and it is super long, but
Here, hold it up.
oh,
Give it a look.
so I made that in
Not so much time.
half. This one was like 20 minutes. Hers took a little bit because there was more winding up wires. Oh, mine was more, but I don't know.
So there was a lady. Her name was Bees and something, and I had that little Bank Creek bee thing, and she came
and
over
right,
and
we tried to get rid of, not get rid of, but give to someone.
yeah,
here.
instead of putting it on the giveaway table right away, we showed it to our table to let them have first. Well, just at the same time, there's a floss tuber walking past us. Let me see if I can see her name real quick. But I saw her walking past, and I'm like, "Oh, would you like to have this?" And she's like, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yeah, of course I am."
Bees and
Tees, Sebastian Bees and Tees stitching. And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, it's a pass the stash because I've stitched it already."
She was just like, "Really?" I'm like,
So there's a huge giveaway table, which Colleen took great advantage of. I cannot wait for you to see what she got. But several people stopped by and they complimented my
they
piece.
loved it.
And I'm glad because this was definitely a labor of love. And so more people actually got to see it than just the person who's getting it. So that's actually kind of cool.
I mean, actually, I got to show my picture to
You
you.
did.
She
EJ
loved
was
it.
impressed. Hopefully she'll watch this.
She subscribed.
Oh, she did. So anyway, but there's a lady close to the end of the night. She goes, "I saw what you were working on. Would you be interested in this?"
Because she had it. I was like,
Oh yeah, I went, "I'm done."
to the table.
I
So it
did
wasn't too
not
bad.
ring up. I did not ring the bell because I felt guilty because this should have been done already.
Yep.
But look, but I said to the ladies at my table, I'm like, "Are you sure?" I said, "I would love it. Thank you." I said, "I thought this was cute. This is Calico Kittens. This is Cherished Teddies. Both are created by Priscilla Hillman. She also did some mice and whatever, but I used to sell these collectibles, so I know a lot about them. She did pigs too, which I started to collect when you were a baby. But, you know, she stopped designing. But I did this because it was cute in a magazine. This is my thing. I collect
So I
these
saw.
and I have some.
I could see the back where she was holding it, saying, "Would you like this?" And I was just like,
But it's hearts.
"It's pink." Something she was just
And
like,
it's got the frame.
"Really?" And then she showed me. I was like, "That's so you."
It is teddy bear. So that lady did not know how
Yeah. How
one spot that was. So this would be my Jasmine Ravenclaw bag,
that
which
we
I have started using.
thought we showed.
I didn't think I showed it. It just came Monday.
Okay.
So Saturday. It came Saturday. I picked my fabric. I also picked my interior fabric, which is coffee. The colors matched perfectly, and I understand that this is tea, but that's okay because it looks like coffee and Paris and macarons. And then I picked the color of leather. It's not real leather, but that's okay. And she asked me what color I wanted, and she held up several designs and took pictures with it. And she was so kind because I was having trouble deciding, and she's like, let me move some things around. And then she laid it in certain places, and that confirmed that I wanted this color, and I think it's perfect. And there's pockets, there's a gorgeous zipper. You can see there's a zipper pull. She did an amazing job with that. There's feet on the bottom. So I carried this today. The bag itself is very lightweight. This is the extra large tote by Jasmine Ravenclaw on Instagram. The only thing I will warn you, it holds a lot. So be careful how much weight you put into it. My shoulder, a little sore.
Oh yes, we were
we
sitting
were
there
carrying a lot of stuff.
and like I carried 2 bags on each shoulder.
And there's
just like,
pockets,
ow,
like-
I can't even stitch right now.
And then she said, what color hardware do you want? Silver, gold, or bronze? And I said, honestly, you are
She chose.
yeah. I said, you can see the fabric. I said, I'm gonna just trust you, and you pick what you think is the best. And she chose silver, which with the gray background, I'm so glad she did. And she texted me that night, or messaged me that night, and she goes, I'm done. She said it was so much fun to stitch that I got it done in one day. I was like, oh, so she got it out in the mail. It was amazing.
So is she from Canada?
She's from Canada. She does require half the payment up front because she has to custom order your fabric.
Yep.
And she don't want to be stuck with it. I totally get it. And then you pay when she's done, which I paid right away so that I could get it shipped. And it came to my parents' house.
I can't remember the Forest Super thing because we just started watching her, but she complimented my necklace.
Mm-hmm.
I told her my subscription box, so.
Oh yeah. She's gonna look for her international lessons.
Okay. But
We forgot that we also picked
what is this
some other stuff up.
like?
All right, now this is I purchased. Yeah, they wanted to make sure it got to us in time,
So you can
so
actually
they
look.
had the whole order sent to keepsakes,
You go through yours first.
and we got our spirit wear,
which we're gonna wear tomorrow. Because I see everyone wearing.
Wow,
them.
this looks small.
What? Oh,
See,
I
I lost a lot of weight,
I thought mine
but I
looked
put
big.
on back on a few pounds.
Yeah, mine looked big. I mean, I guess I'm showing mine.
Yours isn't the ladies' cut.
It isn't.
You didn't want the lady cut.
Cool, because I don't like ladies' cuts. I mean, I don't
Maybe
like.
it is a ladies' cut.
Maybe it is, but
It is, but
I don't
it's.
like showing off my shape. I really don't. Like, I don't wear.
But look, it's
pencil
two different
skirts.
brands.
Oh, it is.
Yours is a perfect fit. No, mine is too.
Oh.
Who knows? Mine's V-neck, hers is not.
Tight dresses, not my jam.
I do wear
You wear what?
fitted. Like
Yeah,
I
fitted,
wear.
That's the
They're
word.
they're form fitting, but they're not skin tight.
Right.
I won't wear
I said
anything
tight
skin tight.
oops, but so not my thing. Okay.
I'm glad I got a small in this though.
It's got drawstrings.
Oh my goodness, this is one of those tall ones. It comes up and it's like a neck muffler.
Okay, I'm gonna say, is that the basketball kind of thing? Because that's
No,
what you're.
I know, but
Is
it's
it?
not.
It's not.
Mm.
Alright.
But see, that's a small. So I'm really glad. It's so soft. And then I wanted a lightweight sweatshirt hoodie that I can wear another day, which I will because it's comfortable in there. So that is just like a lightweight
Oh, and
shirt hoodie. Oh, we kind of held yours up already.
We did. The weather, not weather, temperature in there.
It's comfortable.
it's
We
pretty
did not need blankets. We didn't need jackets.
One of the best things is the lights didn't make me dizzy or anything.
I thought Disney was.
You did. You were like, hold up. She was walking around.
I don't know what it was.
But like,
Vertigo.
I didn't get a headache or anything. That's what I was saying. Okay.
So I guess we are going to say goodbye for tonight.
So this greeted us inside of our hotel and inside of the convention center. Keepsakes did it up right for us and welcoming us. You'll see a few photos that I will talk about at the end, so please bear with us that things are not quite in order. This is our stitching room.
Or like everyone was there.
Yep, I just took several photos because my husband's like, show us. It was unbelievable. Over there, you can kind of see the brag table. We didn't really take a lot of pictures of that.
Look who's on there.
Yes, our name is there. There's Colleen busy at work. That's her fans that she's working on.
Video now.
It's at the podium. So that was Colleen ringing the bell for her finish.
And we got some Jody fabrics.
Just such beautiful displays set up. I know we talk about it later, but it's just amazing. That's when we got a picture with
Sue Hillis.
Yeah, I didn't put that in here. We'll put that in our regular video. But Colleen got her autograph. But there's just so many pretty displays. And seeing them in person is so different than seeing them on a photo.
And what you saw on the pictures of the patterns were the ones there.
Yep. Yeah, you could definitely tell. Beautiful project bags. Oh, now these were pretty cool too. These were made with keepsakes names on them. Mm. And they were a little pricey, so we didn't get a lot. But that's okay. We got some new designers to us. We took pictures of every display just because we wanted you to kind of see what was there. And this was during a preview. They let us come in and not buy. So that was really cool because nothing had been touched yet. Nothing had been picked over because the next day is when they opened it. And this was what they called the annex. It was right across from the stitching room. And it was trunk show inventory. So what didn't get sold between this weekend and the following weekend would be sent back to the designers. And we did see a few of the same designers, of course, over at Keepsakes. And unfortunately, we have no pictures of Keepsakes. It was crowded. We'll talk more about that on our recap video. But it was a neat place to be.
And look at all those needle minders. She's like, you don't have time to look at those.
Yeah, needle minder heaven. A lot of things heaven. Till I got back, those bags were almost completely gone. And the only Disney bags left were Mickey, so I had to pick something else. Brood X. Oh my gosh. Ugh. We didn't talk about the cicadas, but wow. We never rode the stitching bus. Stitchy bus, I meant.
Is that brag table?
Yes. No, that's your prizes.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the smalls that people... So you can see some people really did it big for their smalls exchange.
Somebody, they just put so much stuff in, but they had their smalls, but they could add so much to it.
This is the woman that I got from in Pennsylvania. This was the box. That was the wrapping. Oh my gosh. So perfect. Matches my Paris stuff. And this is what was inside. She was amazing. We had a good talk. And this is who got mine. She didn't like the pink bag, but she said I took a chance because there was cats on it.
And her name was Jennifer. She got mine.
And this is what Colleen got.
Mm-hmm.
She's so proud of that bag. And this woman was amazing. We'll talk about her later also.
Yeah. All right, we're on our way back. Stitchcon was great. How much left till we're home?
Oh, a good 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But
we're really tired.
Really, really tired. I had to get Colleen some Starbucks to stay awake to keep me awake.
I had my sunglasses on, but yeah, I was just So what are we going to talk about?
Our awesome weekend.
One thing I'll just say right now is that I'm so glad I came.
If you've never been to Stitchcon, even if you don't like being in large crowds of people,
even if you staged it the entire time,
it is your people. And people say that all the time, and you just don't get it until you're there. It was fantastic. Everybody's nice. Everybody kind of understands you. I mean, you don't click with everybody, but you know what? That's life. The people we wanted to see, we saw. We were so happy. People that we were hoping to interact with, we did. Who was probably the most fangirl moment for you?
I mean, other than Janet.
We got to see Janet first, and I mean, nothing could have been more perfect. I mean, let's be truthful. We saw Steph first. She was sitting outside, and we kind of were like, should we just go up and talk to her? But then we didn't.
Yeah.
But to actually see was Janet before we saw anybody else. But when we opened the door, that was cool. Nothing could have been more perfect. Yeah, Janet Jabber. You should. But who was sitting next to us?
We had Sunshine Stitchers.
And Miss Minnie, I don't know her channel name, was sitting behind them. And I'll have to tell you this because, I knew this.
They're taking a picture. So showing up, we're going into West Virginia. Woo!
West Virginia, here we are. Minnie is well known for her skin conversions. And there was a piece she did, and I wish I would have remembered the name.
Oh, it's definitely a Joan Elliott. It's like Moonlight Goddess or something.
Oh my goodness, beautiful. I said if I ever stitch it, I'm using her skin conversion because I couldn't picture that with anybody else.
Yeah,
it was so pretty.
I mean, that brag table, I loved it almost as much as I loved the freebie table.
Oh wait, what was Colleen's best part?
The freebie table. Let's be honest, you're gonna see it. But just there's one I saw. It was it's Teresa Wensler, and it was like a giant peacock. And the person who stitched it, they said
I didn't know it was Teresa Wensler.
they put it on the card that they started it. It said like around 1998-ish, and they said the finish was during lockdown. So it's pretty.
I'm gonna say that they set it down.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Because I can't imagine.
It was a
stitching
peacock.
that.
And there was like pear trees, and I don't know if it was full coverage, was the most
It
gorgeous
looked
thing.
full coverage from
Oh.
your picture that you took.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, the brag table is amazing.
I got to put. Should I spoil it?
You had two fin.
I had two finishes, so I'll spoil it. I'm not gonna tell you which two because I can show you then. But I got to put some stuff there, and I was really happy with that.
Yeah, so she put those on the brag table. Her second one, she was like, I don't know, it's only a towel.
Should I ring the bell?
I was like, yes. But what was cool is when we went to late night stitching last night, people went, look at you, 2-time finisher. So if she would have rung the bell twice, nobody would have known. Sorry, I'm definitely keeping my eyes on the road, which I should anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a little slick here. But we wanted to talk to you in the car because we will not be home until after dark, like 10:30 if we stop for dinner. And of course, then we have to talk to my girls and my parents, and we're afraid that we're going to say everything and forget what we really wanted to tell you. And she's leaving tomorrow. Like, my husband kept going, aren't you going to film at Grammys? And we're like, when?
Yeah.
We're like, you know what? We want to make sure we get to you while everything's fresh. Because Colleen's like, I want to write everything down for people.
Yeah, I'll take notes when I get that itch to like say, oh, what we did and whatever. So I'll write that down. I'll take my notebook on the trip.
And if you want to know some hints, like if you're ever going and you know, what are some things you would like to know? Number one, there were power strips at every single table.
Yeah, and I think
that was not expected.
Next time?
That was great.
Yeah.
So that was good. We packed a little heavy. Don't regret it. What we should have done though was taken a lot of trips in and out.
True. We didn't have to have everything out to get into the door. East 2 miles, right? So you're going the same thing.
Yeah, it's on my watch.
Okay.
So, I mean, granted, we had a mix-up of where the end of the line was. So, if we truly knew the end of the line, then we wouldn't have been carrying everything. Mm-hmm. So, that totally was just me having some moments. Trying to think. Yeah, knowing about the power outlets would be helpful. And my number one difference for next year, I'm bringing patterns I want fabric for.
I would say same.
Because I ended up buying five pieces of fabric.
Maybe I think 6.
One of them, no, it's 5.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 5. But only one of them do I not know if it's going to fit. And that's for my Mirabilia Mermaid of the Pearls.
Right.
Because I don't have fabric for her. I didn't bring her. And And for the life of me, I could not find the dimensions online, but you know, I felt under pressure anyway. So I got some under the sea fabric that I think will be beautiful for her, as long as it fits. That size is the only problem that I'm seeing.
There's a rainbow. We saw one
That is
earlier,
gorgeous.
but you won't be able to see it. Out these windows, it's white. So
Yeah. So that's the one difference, because I ended up buying 4 gorgeous pieces of fabric. Okay. 4 pieces. No, you're right. 5 more. 4 specific patterns.
right.
Like
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was 5. Yikes. So, but they're patterns I bought while on my trip.
Yep.
I probably would have bought them anyway. Don't know for sure. But it was so wonderful. And over at the annex, that's the
Little.
they set up a display, and when I say they set up a display, I will put some photos in our video
Yes.
because it was displays. Lots of displays.
Beautiful. Like I was just admiring how those were the what do you call
Actual
them?
models.
The models that were
Actual
stitched in the
cover models.
pictures. So
And you know it because of the framing or
Yeah.
the finishing. So amazing, amazing pieces. And then I took those patterns over and laid them right on top of the fabrics and like, yeah. So I bought from dyers I've never bought before, including Steel City Stitchers. I am so excited. And I was talking to Jody from Steel City Stitchers, and I said, I love all your fabrics, but they're so vibrant, and I'm not a stitcher on vibrant patterns. I'm like, you know, what would you suggest? And we were just talking, and like for somebody like me, she suggested a piece, something like Long Dog or something that I stitched all in black.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, I get so bored of that. And we were chatting, and she's like, you're gonna get bored of any color. I'm like, okay, you're right. So I got a piece with a black work pattern, which I don't get quite so bored of. So, and it's by a designer I've never had before.
Yeah.
So I think that's just kind of meant to be. So Jody fabric on well, a new pattern on Jody fabric.
Right.
So I think that's kind of cool. What else?
What else do we do? What else do we want to recap?
But anyway, you want to be able to just lay your patterns on. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trying to figure out what we're gonna have for dinner.
I know. There's a place called Cheddar's here. You want to try it?
Maybe.
We're hungry. So I think we're going to stop for a few minutes and you won't even know it. Alright, so we had a quick break at Cheddar's, which was amazing. It was in West Virginia. Just exactly what we needed. Comfort food.
I was so surprised when they came out with a croissant with some sort of butter
Melted
glaze.
honey butter.
Oh, honey butter. She knows what it is.
Oh. It was a little bit heavenly. So we barely ate even half of our food. But that's good. We're only 2 hours from home, so the food will stay good. We have the air conditioning on.
Yep.
Put it in the fridge, and that'll be lunch tomorrow. Well,
My breakfast
your
because
breakfast.
I'll be heading out at around 10.
Yeah. Our mom packed her lunch already for us. That's awesome. So what was so special about Stitchcon? Why should you go? Besides all the fabric choosing and dyers that you've never met, and floss tubers that you just want to meet.
Yeah.
Can we talk freebie table?
Okay. Like what we got or
What was there? Like what we saw? Like how often did somebody go up?
I tried, I would say average 3 times a day.
She got some amazing stuff. And of course at the haul part we'll show you. Because we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
But
thank you. Her Sweet Dreams, the lavender lace with the child. Not the child. The baby in the woman's arms with the blue dress. It was unopened and the kit was there. And
not a kid.
No, sorry, I said kit. Just the pattern. We were in the late night stitching and someone said that there were memorabilias on the table, and I never saw them.
So she's really bummed over that part. But,
I mean,
you know.
if they were the Nora Corbett fairies, I'm not too much into that, so if it was only that. But if they were the memorabilias, there's plenty that I would love to have.
But, I mean, there was somebody who had an entire Stitch Bow collection. And, I mean, that got taken pretty quick. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, goodness. There was this whole ABC set of A is for this, but they were separate. Like, you didn't have to put them all on one quilt or... Like, it was, I don't want to say Lizzie Kate, but something similar to that style. And it was so cute. The person had them all in a Ziploc bag.
Mm-hmm.
And the person, I was like, oh, I was next to her. I'm like, oh my goodness, look, this entire set. She's like, you should take it. I said, I totally wouldn't stitch them. I would love to look at them.
Hey, I think, is that it? The blue sign.
Pennsylvania.
Are we? Wait.
We're going like 45 miles an hour.
I can't hold. Okay, I'm terrible.
So, Pennsylvania bound over here. So anyway, yeah, there was some really awesome things. You got magazines. I got Colleen picked me up some cross stitchers.
Oh, I think it was the first day that she was just like, try to find the cross stitchers. So we picked up quite a few.
Because, you know, I'd love to have the whole collection. Not that I need them.
There was one later in the, it was yesterday, I think. I found a pattern in one of the magazines, so I grabbed it.
There was, I don't know, just, goodness, all the remnants of fabric, bibs, towels.
Fingertip towels.
She found a bookmark pattern book, which is great because we have a bookmark and no patterns. So she was pretty happy over that one. Found kits that had never been opened, and they're a style that she wants to do.
I mean, seriously, anything I got it because I liked it. So I'm pretty happy with everything.
And I think she got 10 times what I did.
Today, I went up.
Now purchases, that's another story.
That's another story, and you'll see that we're not going to spoil. I mean, we already talked about it. But what is it? My freebies. Just lost my thought.
And people at our table were laughing. They're like, Colleen, she's like just kind of bored. I mean, not bored, but like she had a lull, and they're like, why don't you go check the freebie table?
Yeah.
We had great people at our table. There was 5 of us total. 4 of us were floss tubers.
Mm-hmm.
The 5th was thinking about it. So we kind of,
you know, there's always that one
a little
person
bit
where you're like, do it, you should do it.
Yeah, like you really should, you know, just try it out, you know. So that was kind of fun. And, you know, of course, I think we all subscribed to everybody's, but Colleen and I went right back to our room and watched the other 2 people. They're like, we want to see what you stitch. I'm sorry if it gets a little dark. It's almost 9 p.m. If it gets too dark, we'll stop. But after we've had food and caffeine, the woman was great. She kind of was like the kind of person you could just chat with. We told her we've been traveling and we just needed this kind of food, and she just laughed and she's like, we're glad you're here. And she's like, anything else I can get you? And I went, I need some caffeine. And I got some unsweet tea, and she's like, I recommend our unsweet tea. So it was delicious.
She got fried chicken steak or something.
Chicken fried steak.
Oh, chicken fried steak. I got something called the Monte Cristo.
And so I've got a little caffeine, so I think I'm thinking a lot more clearer. Today, I will say, one thing about Stitchcon. So when they say it starts on Thursday at 12 o'clock, they mean it starts Thursday at 12 o'clock. There is a line to get in.
Yeah.
That's okay. But like right around 12, they let you in. And then they recommend you start shutting down by 9.
Yeah.
A lot of people leave earlier. And, you know, people leave for dinner at different times. I will say, especially last night, around 6 o'clock, it cleared out.
Yeah.
But people do come back, and then some people packed up to leave last night and didn't even come back this morning.
Yeah.
So we were bummed because we're like, we have to leave by 5 p.m.
Yeah.
There's just no way. But a lot of people did leave. And so I don't even think 25% of the people were still there when we left. We
Yeah.
left right around 3.
I would say there was less than 50 people. Less. Like maybe 30 people.
Yeah, well, they were kind of spread out, so maybe 50.
But that's what I said to my dad is like, if it was like the room was over half full and we had to go, I would have been like, oh man. But there was no more really events going on. They already did their raffles and giveaways and whatever. So yeah, it wasn't.
So today was, I don't want to say it was a letdown. You don't miss anything
Right.
by leaving on Sunday.
Like if you had to leave the day early.
Or if you had to leave early Sunday morning.
Right.
Like there were some people who didn't even make it over because they had Sunday morning flights.
Yes.
I totally get it. So yeah, the energy wasn't there, but there was a lot of hugs and goodbyes and that kind of thing. And it was great seeing people. So I totally am glad we went over there. But yeah, the high energy wasn't there. I stitched maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 stitches. You got a few more than me.
Oh yeah. Another thing, we saw the post about Weekend Bee people saying, like, what is something you regret? I would say is, like, just the mental
Regret not bringing
is, it's not exactly physical, but the mental preparation of, like, or just the, because I'm sure you have, like, a notepad and pen, just, like, counting how many finishes you had. Like, if from the beginning, if I had known that
She wishes that she tallied every time somebody rang the bell.
like, I'm gonna say it was almost 100 people.
Yeah.
Or, like, some people may have gone up twice, like myself. So, just at least almost 100.
So, yeah, we kind of wish, well, next year we're going to do it just for fun.
Yeah.
And that means we can't leave. Or we leave one at a
Or
time. I
our
don't know.
table.
We asked somebody to take over for us.
Right.
Yeah. Which was, you know, our table was great. One of the ladies had raffle tickets and she went to dinner with her husband, so she asked us if we'd watch the raffle for her. You know, no big deal. So yeah, we had a good table.
Yep.
And yeah, so we didn't regret leaving today when we did. I was ready to leave before her, just because I knew I was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was really glad that we got there Wednesday evening, so that we could get up on Thursday to go. I do kind of hope there's a way for us to leave Tuesday next year so that we can go to Cleveland because there's 3 cross-stitch shops there, and then go over to Columbus and the 2 cross-stitch shops there, like on our way to Stitchcon.
Yeah.
Just to explore other places. I mean, so that's not a regret. It's something new to do.
That, like, yeah, new to do, look forward to.
Yeah, make the experience different. I only took a few projects. I'm glad I took what I did. Probably would concentrate on making sure they're all smaller.
Yeah.
Just so I had less
Or
to carry.
close to a finish.
Oh yeah, well, that.
I think I didn't touch 2, and they really, the one is just barely a start, and there were other ones I planned to work on. What else?
Well, the only one I didn't touch on was Heart of Hearts.
Yep.
And that was a piece of fabric and 3 skeins of floss that I took. So that took up 0 room.
Yeah.
I took a lot of Q-snaps just so that I had everything I needed. I ended up leaving them in my room, which is really okay because I didn't need them. I don't know if I would take them next year or not. But maybe if I had new starts planned. I don't think what else. I don't think I changed really anything else. What about you?
Change anything? Yeah. No.
Oh, sorry.
Not really. If I were to plan a start there, because I'd have to, we were packing up the car, we had checked out today, so we weren't going. That makes sense. But if I did want to do a start, it couldn't be the day we were leaving because
You don't get enough time.
we don't have enough time.
I mean, now if we could leave on Monday, like spend the night,
Yeah.
that would have been different. And we were glad that we ended up not rooming with anybody because it was kind where we got the stitching done. When people say that's where the stitching happens, they're right.
Yeah.
Did get a lot more stitching done. It was more homey. It was more cozy. People talked between tables a lot more, whereas at Stitchcon, people walked around to the tables, which is great. Oh, and we're taking something to give away next year.
Oh, no, that leads to where you were saying about being special is that people just, I mean, some
A
things.
lot of people prepared a lot better than us.
Like, I was, like, I don't know, we love free stuff, so.
Who doesn't?
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, they would give us free stuff, and what was cool is when we went around and introduced ourselves, they were just like, here, do you want this? And there's like, some people are doing a swap. The one lady at, our table, she was, like, she had a board. Everyone loved her board. But she was like, trade me a needle minder. But there was we saw it, we didn't see it, like, I didn't see it around. It was floss drops exchange, and I don't have any, and I was given some, but I'm not gonna give away the ones I just got. So, and they were strawberries. They were like shaped, and then like at the bottom of the strawberry there was the hole of it. And then
so there are some people who do swaps instead of giveaways, which is totally cool. Yeah, totally fine. Yeah, we'll just plan better, and we know what to expect. Yeah, fun, and high energy, like higher than you would ever imagine. Like Barbara puts on, I don't want to say a good show, but she puts on a good show.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing start to finish. I will put a few pictures in. We were bad, and we wanted to film, and we wanted to talk to people, but it was really loud, and it was kind of awkward.
It was very awkward. So
we honestly saw, the only person that I really saw who put on floss tube anything was Gary and Ronnie.
Yeah.
They put it on the Sunshine Stitchers floss tube, and it was silent. Like, they didn't have talking.
Right.
So, yeah, it was hard. And, Ronnie just kind of went around, and I'm pretty sure because I saw him floating around. Just kind of filming the event, and took some pictures and turned that into a film, not necessarily filming. It was great. But yeah, we were going to try to interview a few people.
So, yeah, a little apology there, but give us a little grace. Because it is our first retreat, and very awkward to just walk up to someone and say, can I record you?
Yeah, but we got pictures, we got autographs. Colleen got some autographs.
Yeah. I'll show you when I have time to.
Colleen's age came in handy. Some people thought she was 12, some people thought she was 22.
Yeah.
But they were all happy to share some wisdom with her and talk to her, and
everyone loved that
us had to stand quietly by. You know how hard that was?
Everybody loved that when I was like they asked how long I was stitching for, and I was like, I've been stitching for 3 years, and my first finish was a Mirabilia, and they're like, what? And they're like, which one? And some of them, like, either if they just wanted to know title, look it up or something, but some of them, they knew it. They were like, wow. So.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was fun. It was, I can't stop saying fun.
Enjoyable.
We want to go again.
Yeah, that's what it leaves you with. Like, people that weren't able to make it, or some people that were maybe a different weekend next year. It's just, you want to go again.
Yeah, whether you see the exact same people or not. I mean, there's some people we really hope we see again.
Yes.
Miss Janet Jaffer. And Heather Link is my homeboy.
Great people to meet in person.
We had so much fun with Heather. Oh, she is a high energy person. So, I have a little story to tell you about her. She didn't sit down. She never sat down. So, there was one point, I don't know if I just wanted to tease her or show her something, but I let her sit for a half hour, and then I went to show her something. I was going to tease her about, you actually sat down. She wasn't there.
Oh, wow.
And I even went onto the Stitchcon Facebook group, and she said, I'm sitting at my table if you want to come visit me. And I asked her last night. She goes, "Yeah, I ended up sitting for a half hour."
So
I was like, "Seriously,
if you
you're
asked me
silly."
where she was sitting, I really don't know where her spot was.
Oh, I did. She was like either with Janet or the table. I think she was the table behind Janet.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it was funny. We met some new floss tubers like that we had just started watching even before Stitchcon. So that was cool. We're like, we just watched you. There is one person, and I'm going to mention her because she's awesome, and that is Trisha, the left-handed stitcher. That, I'm going to say, is kind of my biggest disappointment. I did not go through the list of everybody who was there. I saw the list, but I didn't read it like I thought I did. And today, one of the ladies at my table was asking me about grind guards, and I told her that there's this person who does great tutorials. And I said, I'll get you her channel. And it was Trisha, the left-handed stitcher. And I don't just make her grind guards, I make her grind guard or her scroll guard covers. And Colleen goes, "What's that name?" And I said, "Trisha, the left-handed stitcher." She goes, "I think she was here." She looks at the list. We look at the list of who is actually there, and there's her name. So I messaged her on Facebook, and she's like, "I'm at the airport."
Yep.
So we've been chatting today, and she is the sweetest woman. And she's like, "I really hope we get to meet next year." She warmed my heart. But what she said was just, she was glad that people she doesn't know is able to use her tutorials.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like, "That's why I do it."
Yep.
And it was great. So I'm going to say that was my disappointing moment, and that's totally my fault. And I will do my homework better next year.
And hopefully we'll have, not say branched out, but like have seen plenty more. So like when there are a big list of who's going, we'll be like, I know them.
Want to see them.
Oh yeah.
Want to meet them.
Yeah.
But it's getting a little dark, so we're going to end, and it'll be later this week because she leaves until Thursday, maybe Thursday night, and then I guess she'll have a little bit of ARC encounter chatter for us. We hope we're not boring you with all the stuff that you missed, but you can look forward to if you're interested in going again or going next year. But we'll have this stuff to show you, and I'm sure we'll have other things that just kind of come out because we all of a sudden remember it.
Right.
So anyway, we're going to say goodbye for now.